See this baton? It could be mine. I have the same one. Yep. All right, back to shopping. Had my fun. So I'm gonna walk through the tavern. I'm doing a little bit of laundry, so excuse the noise, but I wanted to share with you the finished wallpaper. Now keep in mind, I still have carpeting to do, accessorizing, and ignore the light over the bed. That's not staying there. But what I was trying to do is visualizing it in the center of the room, which is where I was gonna put it. And then I realized that the electrician's light is not exactly where I would want to hang it. So I might hardwire that and put it in the dining room. Beside the point. Once again, just put on your rose-colored glasses because this room is just in its beginning, kind of middle phase. So it took me a lot longer to wallpaper this room than I expected. A lot. Because with the beams and the windows and my not wanting to run out of wallpaper, because sometimes I do make mistakes and I have to start over, there were times that instead of using one full sheet going down, I would do a part sheet and then I would do another sheet of wallpaper and I'd have to eyeball it lining up, and it was a challenge. And there's a couple areas where the bees didn't line up completely because, some just changes in the wall. That's to be expected with a geometric pattern like this. But all in all, I am thrilled. I feel like I'm in a little country farmhouse now in our bedroom, and I could go even take it a step further, and I can go with a little French country farmhouse theme going down the line here. So I know exactly what kind of carpeting I'm going to be looking for. We're going to do an area rug because I do have heating vents all around the edge, so I can't cover those. But once I find what I'm looking for, I will share that with you. And what else was I going to share with you? Oh, so many of you had questions regarding the bed and finials or a canopy. So I thought I would share a little bit more information now that I'm here. This bed did have a very large canopy. This was a consignment item I bought for $500. It's a vintage Baker piece, which would have been in the thousands. But we first got it for Groton House, and the canopy top did not fit. It was at least a foot way too big. So we did keep it for when we got a new house, which is this house. Once again, it would not fit. So we did end up getting rid of the canopy because it was just too big, too much, too massive to keep in storage. And I knew that if I was going to be using this bed for 30 years, I didn't want to hoard that. So that did go, and I forget what we did with it. I don't know if somebody took it off our hands, but anyways. So let me now discuss regarding finials. It's the same situation in our guest bedroom. Finials won't fit because of the beam, but I'm going to share something with you that I have been holding on to since Groton. I have 2 finials here that I picked up at a thrift store. Now, the reason I grabbed these, one is I wanted to see if my idea worked. 2, I wanted to see if the color was what I wanted so I could carry this around with me. But no, it doesn't fit because of this beam, and I don't want to pull this bed too far away from the wall. So I do have a vision of the type of cap I want. This is a Tudor style bed. If I did put just a cannonball at top, I'm not sure how that would look. Now, some of you might also remember I shared my inspiration bed. They had wooden birds at the top of each one. But I'm going to show you in a minute, why this won't fit. Another thing I was considering is, and this is, once again, this was in Groton House and here, I can create a frame to make a canopy. But one thing that I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. When I'm lying in bed here, waking up in the morning, I love looking out this window. And if I had a canopy with some fabric wrapping the corner of this particular post, I would lose my view. The whole reason I love having the bed here is the view. And at one point we did have the bed here looking out. I just didn't like the feeling of the room. I love walking in and seeing the bed. I like laying here and just making sure I can see down my hallway. But let's climb up on this bed, and I want to show you what I'm talking about with this finial. So here we go. Oh, see? So to answer all of those people of why don't you have finials on? This is why. Friends, I would do it if I could. Trust me. You know me. This bothers me. This is my own little OCD part. Now, I could take this part off. It's screwed in. But I don't have the right finial. I won't do it until it's the right one. So that's why. All right. As for the mannequin lady here, that might go to the studio with me. And I kept my tray out. One reason I want to keep this out is to jog my memory. I want to paint this up, and I'm going to decoupage the top to match this bedroom. When I was a child, I had a tray that had a big daffodil. I know some of you are going to know exactly what I'm talking about because I've seen them every once in a while at thrift stores. But I'm going to paint this up to match our bedroom here and just have fun. So I'm going to make that a fun craft project. Over here, I have something I'm going to do over at one point. Now, this chair was part of my mother's dressing room chair, boudoir chair, what am I trying to say? In front of her dressing table, and it had blue velvet. And I covered this and reupholstered it, I don't know how long ago. And I've been wanting to reupholster it because it's sun faded and it's time, but I just know I have so many staples that I put on this that I'd have to take off. But I'm envisioning this being a really pretty, maybe green in here. You know, I could do a green velour or velvet or something that has some texture to it. I'm not sure yet. I have so many fabrics I can play with, and I have so many bee things. It's crazy. I have bee window treatments put away. I have this, and none of them are going to match because they were from all different homes. So this is on my project list. Right now, this is good to sit in and put socks on, because those of you who are my age, sometimes, you know, you need to sit down putting socks on or you topple over. It's a thing. If you're younger watching this, it's a thing. I didn't believe it either. But I think that's it here for now. I just wanted to give you a little view of what it looks like, and I am thrilled. I've been asked the brand of the wallpaper. It is by Sanderson, and the pattern is called Nectar. Now, unfortunately, I don't know why they would do this. They discontinued this colorway. This was called, oh boy, Flint and Celadon, I believe. They discontinued it. I got some of the last rolls. There could be some available in somebody's warehouse or a designer studio. I have 3 rolls left. I really wanted to make sure that if anything happened here, I would have some extra. They do have 2 other colorways that are available. One has more blue and one has more of a mustard. So if this is a wallpaper that interests you, once again, Sanderson, and it's called Nectar. But I'm thrilled with it. Sanderson is the same brand that the Tavern is done in. Let's take a walk back down here. I have a lot of new followers, so I'm just going to show you this room again. This room needs some more lighting, but this is also Sanderson wallpaper. And if you haven't seen this makeover, this was just a walk-through gold kind of hallway. This was the original master bedroom when this was a cape, long, long time ago. So once again, we've just kind of recreated this. I put the laundry room in here versus in the butler's pantry, and I can hide it away. But I'm very pleased with how this is going on. I'm just going to move to the other room because Ben is on a business call and I don't want to interrupt him with my gabbing. So what I thought I'd do right now is just give you a little quick viewing of my new studio. And please keep in mind, it is not a quaint country house, which is what I envisioned for moving the business. It's in a industrial building next to another retail store. It's so easy to get deliveries out. I even had a forklift pick up our spring box order, which I was so thrilled with. So let me show you that. And once again, put your blinders on, your rose-colored glasses, because right now it's not pretty. I'm actually sitting outside right now. It's only 33 degrees, but for some reason it feels a lot warmer. And I've noticed that the red-winged blackbirds have also shown up, and the birds are very happy today, so maybe it's going to be a beautiful day. Here comes the huntress. She got her monthly hairdo. She's squirrel hunting. I was just looking at the tree here, and I do need to do some trimming. I don't want to let it get too heavy on one side, so I'm going to take off some of these branches. I have done a lot of trimming on these trees over the years, and I was just sitting here looking at the new growth. And all of this more red are all from when I trimmed in the past with all these beautiful tips. So I know I'm going to take it back quite a bit so that, once again, it doesn't get too heavy on the left side here. I've had too many small trees break over my years of home ownership and gardening, and I do feel this tree needs it. I can actually see and envision where I want to trim it. The others, I've done that already. This tree, I had a lot of very low, odd branches, and I shaped that one up. And I did the same on this tree. But this one had overgrown quite a bit. I didn't want to go too hard and heavy with it, but now it's time. I can take care of it. Nothing major, just a little nip and tuck. Yeah, it's beautiful out, even though it's, like I said, only 33 degrees. Loving it. I got daffodils pushing up through the snow. Well, just last week it was, we had 50s. It will get there. I'm not worried. Mother Nature never disappoints. So let's see who Willow is looking at right now. Not only was she looking at a squirrel, but we have some very large chickadees coming to the feeder. Check out these turkeys. They want some bird seed too. Oh well. Gang's all here. So I'm starting to bring boxes down to the warehouse, and it's so cool. A forklift will bring them to the mail truck this week. There's one of the forklifts over there. Okay, I have this grouping on and many more to add. This is awesome. We have some furniture items coming in to use as display. I got a beautiful old piece. I can't wait for you to see it all put together. I think I showed it in one of the videos. So here is one of the pieces that I will be using for putting some inventory in and display and for photographs. And I just like the coloring here. Oops, this shelf is gonna drop. Oh, I gotta fix that before I do anything. So I gotta fix that. And then over here, I'm trying to be a little elusive because the fall box bulletin board of things that I'm possibly gonna include is here in the corner. But I also have this great piece that I will be putting some of my items in. More coming, but I want this office and studio to have furniture in it so when I walk in, it's warm and inviting, and then when I do have some workshops here or open for some maybe seasonal events, it will be pretty and not just plastic shelves like I have over here right now. Those will all be gone in the future. Well, this is kind of like Christmas. I am unboxing an order from Scotland, and many of you know what I have that comes from Scotland, but I ordered some extra things. And it has been since last year since I ordered them, and I kind of forget what's in here. Oh, I see boxes. I'm trying to do this with one hand. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of the china in here for now, just so I can see what I have and they're safe. And I will show you once they are in the cabinet. Well, considering these came from Scotland and packed, I have to say it's pretty awesome that only 2 arrived broken. For the amount that I have here and to send bone china across the pond, I think that's pretty good. So what we have here, we have the large tankards with a fox, we have the pheasant, and we have a stag. But for some small ones, I used to have the mice. Those sold out, so I did get some more of those. We have cow for our farmhouse people, or for those who love cows. And then we have a smaller version of the fox. Now let me tell you, at this point, this is something that I can keep ordering. But that said, these are made for us to order. So it takes quite a while, months, to get these back in stock. So if you want these, buy them now, because they won't be available for another quarter, maybe 3-4 months. Just letting you know. Well, the generator is still whirring away, and it's turning into Sunday evening. I just got notice that we might be able to see the Aurora Borealis tonight. That would be exciting. It says between 10 and 2, so I am going to take a look. Now, the other night, I shared that we had a tree come down. Nothing major. It was atop of one of these pines. But what that's going to do is kind of give me a little more moonlight. So I like that.